Stray Musician is honoured to be at the Fender event here in Sydney. I'm here with Justin Norvell, who was the Senior Vice President of Fender Product.
Yep.
You've been down to Australia before, I imagine?
Yeah, this is actually my second time in the last year. So I was
Yeah.
here back in December. Always love coming down here.
Yeah.
Just, bringing the custom shop guitars, bringing some of our new products down here, and just spending time going to the stores, checking everything out. It's always awesome.
Well, tell me about the event, why we're here, and what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're showing off all the new product that's coming out for the second half of this year, as well as having a custom shop event. So really the main story here is that we're talking about the Player series of electric guitars and basses, which are the next evolution of the Standard series, which has been around for probably about 20 years before that. I've been at Fender for 23 years, so it's been around at least as long as I have. And the Player series really is that next step of continuing to make those guitars better. I mean, no denying that Leo got it so right back in '54 with the Strat and before that with the Tele, but we do wake up every day just how do we make it better, how do we make it different, how do we make it work and compelling. And so this year, almost everything's new. It's still a Strat, it's still a Tele, but we've got the 22nd fret on all the guitars. We've got the more vintage style spaghetti logo, new pickups that are Alnico instead of ceramic. We've got new 2-point bridges on the Strats, different bridges on the Teles, and added a bunch of things. Like we added a Jaguar bass, we added a couple different instruments, different pickguard, HSH, etc. And our Floyd model also is recessed and has the right radius with the fingerboard. So a lot of just nice, nuanced changes that just elevate what that first Fender Stratocaster Telecaster in our lineup is. Because there's obviously a lot above it, the American Pro, etc. But the Standard series was the entry point to the line. So the Player series now, we just wanted to make that the best instrument set that it could be.
Yeah. I got the press release today.
Yeah.
There's a hell of a lot of models in the series.
It is, and it's because I think, 10 years ago it was still just Strat, Tele, PJ, and now Jaguar, Jazzmaster, Jaguar bass, a lot of these other things have become much more accepted and are their own platforms in their own right. So being able to do that and at the same time offer humbucker Telecasters and some other flavors that are very common and just different elements, different paintbrushes for people to use. And we just felt that this line should be really robust and offer everything that someone could want.
Yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about the guitar in modern day music and where Fender sits. There's been a bit of irresponsible journalism, I think, particularly from the Washington Post about the demise of the guitar, but the facts tell a different story about the state of the guitar, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, Washington, that's my hometown where I'm from, but so dubious honor. But yeah, the guitar business has actually been up for the last couple of years, and it's on a trend to continue being up. And that's because there's a lot more female players playing guitar, and guitar at festivals and bands. A lot of times maybe there are fewer lead guitarists or bands that are focused in that way, but guitar is as strong as ever. There are tons of kind of micro movements of different guitar types of music, shoegaze. There's a lot of 90s stuff that seems to be coming back right now, trend-wise. And there's just tons of guitar excitement going on in the industry, and so we're all about that. And in the Player series, some of the kind of content that we've created to help launch it, you can see that it's kind of focused on some of these younger bands and these newer styles and stuff that just showcases how the music can keep evolving and that these tools stay relevant. Back from 1954, you can use a Strat today to make something completely new and modern.
Yeah, there's no denying that the guitar gymnastics is not a thing at the moment. It may return.
Sure, of course.
Music is cyclical, but today's music, a lot of it is about textures and layered guitars.
Yeah.
How do you factor that into what you do?
I think that we think about the entire signal chain, and so we think about the amplifier, the pedals, which we just got into recently, and the guitar, and just how everything sits and how it can be, it's a sonic paintbrush is basically what we call these things, and we just make sure that we offer enough versatility that whatever you're going for sonically, that we're able to help get people there, and David Gilmour, I think, was once said, there's nothing like a guitar as far as the amount of nuances and personality that can come through. If you and I played the same note on the same guitar and just bent it, it would sound different because the humanity comes through. And that's one of the great things about Fender guitars, is that you can play and your personality shines through. And whether you're in washes of reverb and delay, or whether you're playing just with a 18-foot chord, you're still using the guitar is still the best instrument out there to express yourself.
So, what's the grand plan for Fender?
Grand plan for Fender is just to continue offering the best instruments that we can at all levels for everybody, and I think that we want to be completely ubiquitous throughout the entire signal chain. So I think that expanding our pedals and looking at some of those other areas, we have new acoustics like our California series. So we're definitely looking into all different avenues, but I mean, we are completely committed, not just to honoring the past like we do, we still make deluxe reverbs, twin reverbs, etc., but we're also making Mustang GTs and, where you can back up music to the cloud and, all of that stuff. So we're just making sure that as people change the way they make music or record it, that we're making useful tools that facilitate that. We've always been in the business of, we make art so people can make their art, which is their music, which is the thing that makes them happiest. So it's a noble cause, and it's a good one that gets us out of bed every day.
Yeah. Justin, thanks for your time.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure.